Okay, before I start today's video, first I'd like to state this. If you are new to my channel, my day ones know this for a fact. Two things I don't dabble in when I share my opinions are religion and politics, because there's a lot of crazy people on social media that just twist what you say, and they go on these tirades and they just comment misinformation and accuse you of saying this or doing that, whatever the case. Hey, those two things I don't tackle, particularly on this YouTube channel. I don't even talk about it on social media. All right. Second thing I want to talk about is congratulations are in order for the Republican Party. Congratulations for all the Donald Trump fans. Donald Trump is going to be our commander in chief. He's going to be the president of the United States of America. And, you know, that's that. Okay. Now, if you've been following me, and particularly on social media, I have not been a fan, and I really don't have favorites on either one of these individuals, Kamala Harris and Donald J. Trump. I'm not going to go into why it's not like I dislike them. I just felt like these two were not good choices in my humble estimation. From where I'm sitting, neither one of them are going to be great presidents, solid presidents, or a great pick. Okay, and I'm not going to go into it, but a lot of people are questioning the decisions of Kamala Harris' PR team, the choices they have made, and they feel like the real reason why Kamala Harris, unfortunately, is not going to be our president is of the choices that they made. One of the choices were, having Megan Thee Stallion vouch for Kamala Harris, Cardi B, Beyonce, all the traditional celebrities that we in the African American community have a liking to. All right. And a lot of people were talking about how, she never zeroed in or homed in on, if she becomes president, what she's going to do for us. Okay. She sort of had this song and dance, this little stick that she had, where she'll talk about her backstory. When you ask her a question, she just goes into her bio, her backstory, where she came from, and even though to me, I can understand why people would have concerns about that. It wouldn't hurt Kamala Harris to get out on the trail and tell people what she's going to do if she becomes president of the United States. Now, she did take a strong stance to abortion. She feels like that should be a right for the woman, not for the government. I fully agree with her on that, but that was far as the leg she would ever go. Now, she didn't go into border talk and illegal immigrants and unemployment and healthcare. I mean, the traditional things, the economy, the traditional things that we as the American people want answers to. Now, on the other side, Donald J. Trump did tackle a lot of these questions and some of these questions had a lot of answers. Okay, about the economy, about the border. So Donald Trump, now despite what y'all believe in, he did take a stance. Now I've seen people on social media say, well, it wasn't a harsh stance on immigration or unemployment or the economy or the housing market, but he did take somewhat of a stance, despite how you defined it. All right. So to me, a lot of people feel like America is not ready for a woman to be president of the United States. Okay. And if you look how people voted, if you look at their nationalities, if you look at their genders, more more white males voted for Donald J. Trump. More white females voted for Donald J. Trump. There were more African American males voted for Kamala Harris. Obviously, there were more African American females that voted for Kamala Harris, but you still had a percentage of African American females and African American males also voting for Donald J. Trump. The Latino vote, there were more Latinos voting for Donald J. Trump than Kamala Harris. All right. And you're starting to notice a trend. All right. I feel like if Kamala Harris even had a chance of becoming president, she was not favorable to white males and white women. She just was not identical. She wasn't favorable, and she didn't get a lot of their vote. Now, there's a lot of women on social media talk about, and even Obama alluded to this, how black males were. We need more black males to vote for Kamala Harris. That's fine and dandy, but if you don't get the majority of, white males and white women, then why even run? Another thing is, I felt like Kamala Harris, she started way too late in the game. Way too late in the game. When it was Biden and Trump, and everything was fine with Biden until he had that debate with Donald J. Trump, and Donald J. Trump just shredded him. Which, Biden looked like an old, feeble man that, should be worried about his bedtime than, having a debate with Donald J. Trump or being president of the United States. He really showed his age in that debate, and it just went downhill for Biden. Plus, the past 4 years under Biden watch was not good. It was not favorable for his credibility. It just was not good. I don't think it was enough, even if, he did good in the debate with Donald Trump. I think it would have been tighter, but it would not have been a 100% guaranteed chance that Biden would have been reelected. All right. I think a lot of things played in Donald J. Trump's way. The assassination attempts. A lot of people, thought he was a real American hero. He was a martyr for a lot of you. I felt like a lot of you went to the polls and cast your ballot on emotion and not logic. Okay. Now, I don't wish for anyone, including Donald J. Trump, to be under those circumstances where your life is in jeopardy in multiple occasions. But at the same time, like I said earlier in this video, I didn't, I had no favorites with Donald J. Trump or Kamala Harris. But the fact that she started so late, and she wasn't really negative towards Biden in the decisions that he made. So if you're not going to be negative towards the decisions that Biden has made in these 4 years, people are going to assume that you were for the decisions that Biden made under his watch, and they were not good decisions. So for her to be, lukewarm in the middle, the only time she really said anything negative towards Biden is when Biden alluded to the Republican when they had their conference, that comedian calling Puerto Rico trash, and Biden called the Republican Party trash, and how Trump flipped that to his benefit. And, that's the only time she was very critical of Biden. Um, it so she started off late. She really didn't give you guys her opinion of Biden's watch. I think, look, when Biden denounced that he is removing himself as far as re-election, and then they promoted Kamala Harris, I felt like the Democratic Party had no other options. It was and for them to start so late with Kamala Harris, she didn't really have an identity. She was, they were throwing different things to make her favorable, with celebrities, and she'll be on these podcasts and all these shows and doing interviews, and the debate. She looked very good in the debate. But it was hard to make someone. And another thing I think that really, really hurt Kamala Harris is she wasn't very friendly, or she didn't have an identity beyond being vice president. And I think the people that manage her campaign, they started slowly. They did it pretty much at the last couple of weeks of the election, while she appeared on Saturday Night Live, saying, you know what, let's just show a funnier side, a different side of Kamala Harris. And I think they started that. That train was late as well. But the biggest issue is, and I feel like this is going to be a very big issue with moving forward with any woman. It doesn't matter if she's in the Democrat Party or the Republican Party. A lot of males are not going to vote for a female as president of the United States. Guys visualize their president as strong, masculine, fearful, that they feel like this individual, other countries are not going to try him because they're so scared of him, or they have respect for them. And in a lot of countries, they don't have a lot of respect for females. And I think that's the biggest problem. It was a problem with Hillary Clinton, and it was a problem with Kamala Harris, even though there was other problems that were hemorrhaging with Kamala Harris. There was other issues with Kamala Harris, but that was a problem. And I just don't think the world is ready for a female to be president of the United States. No matter how people feel, no matter how y'all feel, this is not something I'm pulling out of my ass. If you look at the polls and how they voted, not only with Kamala Harris, but with Hillary Clinton, Ms. Clinton, you can clearly tell that people are just not ready for a female to be president, a woman to be president of the United States. They just not ready. And to me, I don't know when we're going to be ready. But my opinion with Donald J. Trump or Kamala Harris, I just felt like neither one of them were good choices, or even decent choices. And I just think that we need someone. We need something different, but we need something different that will work. Now, Donald J. Trump got 4 years to turn this around. And the way how the House and Senate is looking, it seems like it's going to be a smooth transition for Donald J. Trump. I mean, so this is the Republican Party, Donald J. Trump. Y'all are under watch. just like Biden and the Democratic Party. And when they got in there, they really didn't do much of anything. So it's the Republican Party's turn. And my issue is, when these 4 years are up, and hypothetically, let's just say they don't get anything accomplished, are people going to have the same energy like they had for Biden and Harris? Or are y'all going to have that same energy for Trump and J.D. Vance? Now, I do feel like the Republican Party, if Trump is losing in the polls and he is no longer popular like he used to be, I feel like the Republican Party will put Trump out of his misery, and then they'll just be promoting someone else, J.D. Vance or whoever, to after this run, Trump can't become president again. That'd be 2 terms. You can only be president no more than 2 terms. So this is perfect for the Republican Party. So even if Trump comes out decent as president, that will look so strongly for the Republican Party. And then they can figure out, well, who they're going to big up. Is it going to be J.D. Vance, or is it going to be someone else? So they got 4 years to mold somebody into their next big superstar. With the Democrats, they got a lot of they have a lot of. I feel like they need to start building someone that's going to represent the Democratic Party. Kamala Harris could do it again, try to reelect to become president again. I just don't think it's ready. I don't think the world's ready for that. I do feel like if Kamala Harris makes some well, it's too late now, but if she makes some moves now and do some things now, who knows? Maybe 4 years down the road, people will take a flyer on Kamala Harris. But that's just my thoughts and my opinions on it. I really don't get into politics and religion because you can even offend. You can offend someone easily by being for or against something. Someone's going to always be critical of what your issues with that religion or your issues with that politician. Again, I don't think Kamala Harris was the right choice, and I don't think Donald J. Trump was the right choice either, but those were the choices. And my mama used to always say, I'd rather deal with the devil I do know than the devil I don't. And I think that's a larger perspective of the American vote. They said, okay, not too sure what Kamala Harris is going to do, but already got 4 years of Donald J. Trump. I'm just going to vote for Donald J. Trump. So, yeah, that's my thoughts and opinions, guys. Comment in the comment section. I will see you guys when I see you. Deuces.